It's one of the classic fixtures of the Absa premiership season. Here live tonight on your World of Champions. Mamelodi Sundowns, the champions, up against Cape Town City, live from the Lucas Moripe Stadium in Atteridgeville. We welcome you to our coverage tonight. Sundowns and Cape Town City, both with 4 points from their opening two matches in the league. 1 win and 1 draw apiece, but contrasting fortunes in the MTN8 at the weekend. Holders City knocked out at home in a surprise defeat to Polokwane City. Sundowns came from behind here on Saturday night for a very good win over Bloemfontein Celtic and a meeting with SuperSport United in the semi-final. But tonight, concentration is back on the league campaign. Vilakazi plays it back out wide. Serino teasing opportunity early on for Sundowns. They should finish here. Oh, and it's the upright. It was Lekay with a side footer, just on 2.5 minutes gone, and that really, William Shongwe, should have been the opener.
Without a doubt, and but look at the numbers of City defending so deep in their goal area. I guess at the time maybe it was necessary for them to do so, and could he have picked up a better pass as he was looking to do so into the back of the net? It didn't quite happen. Great defensive work by City defenders.
He goes for long range. Oh, that is magnificent. What a strike from Jean-Paul Kakane. It rattles from the one post to the net like a pinball. But it is solidly in the back of the net. And after 8 minutes, Mamelodi Sundowns have the lead. An extraordinary goal. I think the goalkeeper just heard it whistle past him. What a strike.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable strike. We know we can strike them from range. But this, I mean, honestly, at the time that he thought maybe the options were there for him to knock it above before he could strike it, hit with some venom, like you said. Luvenberg didn't know what hit him in the true sense of the word. He didn't move an inch.
There's where he picks it up, and there's where he strikes it. Boom, boom, and in the back.
Holy moly.
Turn again from Zwane. My boy, Kakane! This time Leeuwenburg is down low and collects. I'm sure that's not the last we're going to see from Jean-Paul Kakane, banging them in, or attempting to knock them in from range just outside the penalty area.
Excellent goalkeeping.
Rolani turns. He goes for goal! That is a marvellous save from Dennis Onyango. It's an equally good strike from Surprise Rolani. The goalkeeper comes up trumps.
Once again, it's from a situation where you don't expect a player to take a shot from some range. That's why I thought Luvenberg was excellent in being able to get down that quickly. Dennis as well caught a little bit inside, a few yards of his line, and to stretch really to his limit to get to the ball.
A little flick on there from Erasmus Mokeke as well to keep it in play. Edmilson bangs it into the back of the net. Cape Town City have the equaliser. Time to turn and to strike, and off the upright into the back of the net.
Wow, an identical goal almost to that one of Kakane that hit the upright from the other side across.
Also not dissimilar to the one Mohamed Anas scored on Saturday, with time at the back here for Polokwane. You see, he gets to turn and strike and score. Now back with the live pictures. Kermit Erasmus up front wearing the number 9. Early ball in here. Oh, it's a miss. And Dylan Youngo bring the player down. What a wonderful chance for City. Mokeke was a little off balance. Benny McCarthy can't believe it. Wonderful little ball played in again.
Kermit does well to hold on to it, but as the vision onside as well as Mokeke sprints through in between the defenders.
He was well on side. Now, was there a little bounce there that made it tough for him?
That's what it looked like. The ball bobbled just before he connected. But also, remember, he's left-footed. He can play with his right, but not as efficient as his left.
Serino to take the set piece. Chance here! Oh, it's at the upright. Sloppy defending almost cost City. Sundowns oh so close. 10 minutes into the second half and inches away from regaining the lead. Oh, is Rulani beginning to feel the altitude a little?
What would you have preferred? Direct shot? Because he seems to hit it with the side of the boot, meaning that it was just trying to lift over the crowd of players in front of him.
Here's Erasmus now. Here's still Kevin Erasmus. Still Erasmus. Wide. Teasing that defence. And then shanking it off the target. Good work from Erasmus. Let down in the end by the finish.
Almost single-handedly. Had to deal with 3 defenders.
As I say that, here comes the fullback, see that, steaming down, lovely ball in from Tembo! My word! He had a chance there, Tembo. A little stretch of the leg.
That's all he needed to keep it within his path.
There it is. So, a point apiece in a most absorbing Absa Premiership clash here tonight at Antridgeville. I think both coaches will be a little disappointed, but I think they'll both acknowledge too that they provided some great entertainment. And at the end, everyone has a smile, everyone has a handshake. I wonder who the happier is though. Sundowns won, Cape Town City won.
Coach, you called it. Cape Town City were going to be a completely transformed side from the team that you saw on the weekend.
Yeah, you got to understand, they come from games that they haven't been winning. In fact, I was more impressed with them because they put a very good shift. They didn't care about trying to be playing nice. They worked very hard to really stop us from having our own game. And that's good because you can see that they're coming from that space and they work very hard. Yeah, we didn't play as good as we wanted, but I changed it in the second half. It looked better because Tembazwani and Villa at the beginning were nearly in the same space. So then I went back to 2 strikers and it looked a little bit better.
When you talk about them preventing you from playing your own game, what is it that they got right?
No, they packed the midfield. That's what they did. They put Mabara, they put Mukeke, they put Makola. Yeah, in the midfield to make sure that we don't play. And Kemit is a good player. He also gave us a little bit of hard time. He could handle playing alone. You know, as a lone striker, that shows a little bit of intelligence in that. But I think Lyle could have done it in the first minute. You know, that's where he is. He's tried to place it instead of smacking it. You know, he must just hit it hard and it can go through. Yeah, maybe the chance Villa could have just gone alone. Or a bit disappointed with Keleso. I think maybe I hope he didn't rupture. In case they didn't rupture his Achilles tendon. Yeah, but it's, you know, I just believe somehow maybe the loss of the game should change. I'll tell you why. He was going to score. He was going alone to score. Okay, they had people in front of him, but he was about to crack the ball. And Kiza did a foul that is very good to stop him from kicking. It's a good foul. But when you go to his Achilles tendon, for me, if you do that, it should not be a yellow card. You know why? Even if you can give him a yellow now, but he must wait for Keleso to come back. If Keleso is going to take 3 weeks, he must also come back after 3 weeks. And that should also happen to my players because now he's out and he stayed on the pitch. You know, so we wasted a substitute. But it's not about the substitute. It's about, you know, when you deliberately injure a person, I think you should wait for him to come back. I know everybody's going to say I'm doing my own rules, but I think it makes sense. Even if it happens to my player, it should be like that. You must wait for the guy whom you deliberately took out of the game until he comes back, then you can also play. Then you can also come back.
Thank you so much. So they will take the draw. It was extremely competitive, wasn't it? And I'm sure that Coach Benny McCarthy as well will agree with that, saying perhaps a point apiece is a fair assessment of how that game played out. Coach, you had your plan coming here, and it played out to a T. You made it so difficult for them. And Coach Peter was talking about how it is that your planning, particularly in the middle of the park, which is what you emphasized on, worked out well tonight.
Yeah, Kerry. It is difficult to lift yourself up after such a bad performance over the weekend. to go out on the cup that you're supposed to defend. So yeah, I asked the boys that, that we need to pick ourselves up. We need to go there, and we can't play Sundowns at a better time. When we at our worst, that's when real champions are made. So if we got to come and show character. So I mixed it up a little bit. I made us a little bit, I won't say defensively stronger, but just I've gone for Abubakar Mubara and Mokeke, which defensively is very good. But when we're in possession of the ball, we're able to keep the ball as well. And then we had Mpomakola at number 10, Ralani and Craig. So yeah, so when we didn't have the ball, we were to keep nice and narrow and compact and allow Sundowns to play wide, because we know Sundowns' strength is through the middle, and if we can restrict them from coming through the middle, then we got half a chance, And yeah, very happy. But I also have to give credit and a lot of respect for this player, Slompo Kekana. Years in and out, he does these kind of things, and already for me, goal of the season. I don't think there's a goal that's going to beat that goal, and that was a goal worthy to win any game. But yeah, unfortunately for him, we managed to come back and get the equalizer. Very disappointed that we couldn't get that last little grasp, because we had chances, more clear-cut chances to kill the game off than them. But you know what? When you can come to Etheridgeville and did what we did today and get a point against Sundowns, I take it. So I'm happy for the boys that they were able to pick themselves up. And now we go again. Chiefs next. So we'll see how we prepare for this one.
All the best in that one, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kerry.